Okay. All right. So we would just like to welcome everybody. We are super excited to do Heinz and Aletta Winckler's launch call tonight. And it's absolutely exciting stuff to be able to do this call with you guys. And I just want to welcome all their viewers, all their guests that they've invited. Woohoo! Shout out to you guys. You're rock stars for being here. And Aletta and Heinz, if I could say something about these guys, what I know about them is they've got a head for business and a heart for people. So if you have been invited to this call exclusively, I would consider yourselves very blessed and privileged. And welcome to you guys. And then also I would like to invite old Ken Kelm, a dear friend and a business partner.
Oh, that's nice.
And yes, absolutely. And live out of America to bring us and tell us exactly how he was able to make a decision to go from a top earning company and position to leaving that and be able to double his income within months. Man, I tell you guys, we are super excited to listen to you, and welcome, Ken. And thank you so much for your time. And how's technology, people? We are in each other's living rooms, and we are speaking to a guy halfway around the globe, and we are super stoked. Welcome to everyone. Heinz and Aletta, thank you so much. And Ken.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone.
And I'm going to play us. I'm going to just go to our screen share.
Let me say something quickly. So listen, we are stoked to have everyone on here. We are honored to be in this this new thing in South Africa, this new hot thing in South Africa that Heinz and Aletta share. We are honored to be able to share this with you because it is the hottest new thing in South Africa, and you'll soon see why. But just to give you an intro, we're going to play a 2-minute video because then you at least have a snapshot of what it is about and what we are busy with and what we are bringing to you today. So
here we go.
We're going to share.
Here we are. Cool.
Yeah.
Introducing HELO, the world's first health and lifestyle oracle, a real-time health monitoring device unlike any other wearable device on the planet. HELO can monitor the most important measurements, including heart rate, blood pressure, breath rate, daily steps, calories burned, and HELO can even perform an EKG. HELO can also sense your mood if you're excited or even if you're fatigued. Paired with the latest smartphone application, you can now track the health and well-being of your loved ones. Imagine being able to monitor your aging parents even if you're thousands of miles away, or getting an alert if your spouse's blood pressure is too high. HELO not only monitors your important measurements, but it produces a daily, weekly, and monthly health report that you can provide to your trainer or physician. In the near future, HELO will be able to monitor blood sugar levels, alcohol levels in our blood, oxygen levels, temperature, and even keep disease-delivering mosquitoes away. But HELO is more than the world's most advanced health monitoring device. HELO can also alert you if your loved ones are in danger. Unfortunately, more and more women and children go missing each day, according to the FBI. With HELO, a child walking home from school can now press the panic button twice, and his or her HELO guardians can be sent an emergency alert via text, notifying their guardians that they need help. And what's amazing is that the guardians will get the exact GPS location of their loved one. Let's take a look at another scenario. What if you're taking a walk around your neighborhood and you sense danger lurking? Having that peace of mind to simply alert your loved ones can be a lifesaver. Now that you've seen the power of this revolutionary product, I'm positive you're ready to order one for you and your family members. However, HELO is not found in stores. HELO can only be purchased online, so click on the Buy It Now link or fill out our form to get more information about the HELO right now.
Right, so there we have it. Ken, over to you.
All righty. Well, thank you so much. And it's certainly my pleasure to be doing the launch webinar for the Wincklers. This is the first time I've got to see them. I'm excited to have them as a part of our team. And I want to say, you all talk funny, but I bet you think that about me.
No.
So I hope you can understand my country English. But Sandy and I, my wife and I, got introduced to this company by accident, really. As Andre mentioned, we have quite an extensive history in the industry. We have built 2 companies over 36 years successfully. We have had an unusual lifestyle, one that most people never realize, and that's having the best of both worlds, which is time and money. I've been the other way. I used to be a game warden, and there was a lot of time at work and no money. And then I have some people that I know in business that have a lot of money but no time. What would it be like to have them both? And what you're going to see this evening, folks, is going to seem very unbelievable to you. But I challenge you to do your due diligence on it. Check it out. And check every source you can think of. But I will tell you one that will tell you exactly who we are. And I want you to write this down, and I will be referencing it throughout this presentation. But it's businessforhome.org. I'll repeat that, businessforhome.org. And you will find out who's hot and who's not. In fact, just this last week, the HELO was voted the #1 product in the world, period. But I mean, it's crazy what's going on. It's only been out for the last few months. It was nothing more than a vision of our owner 1 year ago. And now it's reality. So I don't know about you, but I've never in my entire working career in this industry have been ahead of the curve, ahead of where the market's going, not where it's at, where it's going. And gang, I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's a crazy feeling to know that you are in the right place at the right time with the right people and the right company. So enough about that. Let me get to my screen share, and I'll tell you more about this. I will also mention before we get going here that we're about to enter what I call the no spin zone. And I want to lead off by making an income disclosure notice. And what I love about World Global Network is this is a very, very transparent company. And to the point to where they want you to understand, just from an income and opportunity perspective, their perspective about it. So let me read this to you very quickly. Practicality dictates that everyone's results will vary as we are all unique and different. Basically, it takes hard work to make a substantial income in this business. Some people will make no money at all. The earnings of a World Global Network partner will be 100% dependent upon their skills, their work effort, commitment, leadership capabilities, and market conditions. Common sense would suggest that in most opportunities, one would find exceptional individuals performing well above average, while others perform under the average. World Global Network does not guarantee any level of income or your success. To see a full income disclosure, go to worldgn.com. I think Bill Gates kind of sums it up on what I was trying to say a moment ago, in that timing is everything. And the secret of success in business is detecting where the world will go and get there first. And I'm telling you, gang, we are ahead of the curve with this puppy, and so excited, because if you knew that by the year 2020 there would be an emerging tech market worth $34 billion in revenue, and if you could have the #1 product in that entire revenue space, would you want to know more about it? Now here's what's funny. That proclamation of $34 billion by 2020 was stated by Forbes several months ago, and it's already been determined by other agencies to be a little off-center, because just last week I read an article from a company, I think it's called Accenture, and their research says that by 2020, this wearable technology market won't be $34 billion. It'll be $164 billion. Holy smokes, how would you like to be on the front of that? Because that's where we are. And we've got the hottest product out there. And it's a growing market, as you can see by all this data on this screen. And again, it's fun to be on the front of something that is beginning to happen and having the hottest thing out there. We've also got one of the hottest CEOs and owners in the whole world with Fabio Galdi. He's been in the tech business all of his life. In his 20s, he founded the second largest ISP in Italy and the fifth of all in all of Europe. In 2002, he introduced one of the first touchscreen LCD PCs in the market. In 2005, he developed one of the first successful voice over the internet platforms, which is precisely what we're speaking on right now. But in 2011, he got an idea and founded a new company called World Global Network to take technology and communications into areas of the world that just didn't have it. And there for many years, 4 or 5 years, it was simply a communications company. And then he got a hold of this technology with the HELO. And 1 year ago, brought a couple found him, actually researched him, came up with his name, got in touch. They are today our #1 producers, but they built this company with a picture of a HELO for 2 months. For 2 months, that's all they had, was the vision of the owner and a picture. And yet in 2 months, introducing this to the world, they made over $400,000. That's pretty crazy. Now, we are recognized, again, according to businessforhome.org, as a AAA plus rated company, which is the highest rating that organization gives to any company. And by the way, Business for Home is an entity that keeps tabs on all network marketing companies everywhere in the world and all their top income producers. If you'll check that lower right corner, it says we have 9 in the top 200, and it's a little out of date, but we're growing so fast, they're having a hard time keeping up with us. We now have 12 in the top 200, and I'll introduce those to you here momentarily. Our CEO is also #2 in the 2 years in a row in the top 10 CEOs in the world. And you can see all the accolades, and we are growing and growing. And the latest and greatest, as I mentioned, was just last week when the HELO was voted the #1 product, considering all companies and all products in this industry in the world. That's hot. That's big news. And it's our company, and it's our product. And boy, are we excited. So here's a perspective. We are a publicly listed company. Fabio has taken us, he's ready to take us to the NASDAQ. He's done everything that needs to be done to do that. As you can see, in 2015, as a communications company, we were a $157 million a year company. We are projected and have not just a projection or wishful thinking. We have a plan to take us to 1 billion within the next year and to 2 billion by 2020. And I'm going to just give you, this is my personal opinion. This is all it is. This isn't anything but me talking right now. After 36 years in the industry and seeing thousands of companies come and go, I think that we are now a part, and you're now looking at what I consider that will soon be the biggest company that's ever hit this industry, because we've got the market, we've got the timing, we've got the product, and we've got the CEO, and now we got you. And that makes all the difference in the world. I firmly believe we're going to blow the doors off 2 billion, and I'll prove it to you here momentarily. One of the biggest reasons is, from my perspective, is we're everywhere. When I first heard about this company and they said they were in 195 other countries, I thought, so what? I don't know anybody. And now every day, one day, at least a week, I'm doing a meeting in South Africa with my new friends. And to me, that's exciting. We've got business in Costa Rica. We've got business in the Philippines. We've got business in China, in the UK, in Sweden. That's all I can think of off the top of my head, but it's nuts. So all of a sudden, we're getting income from countries all over the globe. And you talk about exciting. I mean, that's fun, gang. And we wish that on you. So our future, your future, is exceedingly bright. Our marketing arm is called World Global Network. The manufacturer of our devices is called Quality. It's one of the top companies in the world that manufactures electronic devices. And we are currently powered by Toshiba. And I say currently because Fabio, in his wisdom and vision, wants to be able to control every component, every aspect of every product that he has or has in his mind. So he has purchased over 400 companies that manufacture every component that goes into these products. And to me, that's quite a commitment. In fact, and this is breaking news if you haven't heard it, we've been challenged with this being a medical device. Challenged in a sense, and can we actually call it that? Right now, it's called a monitoring device, a health monitoring device. But Fabio is going through the hoops and has done what he needs to do, and it'll be announced in the near future where this will be considered a medical device also. He's opening up that whole new door, and there won't be a doctor, a hospital, a medical professional that will be able to own one of these devices unless they go through one of us. Gang, that's incredible. When this puppy goes medical like that, and we're FDA approved, and insurance companies can utilize it, holy smokes, it's going to get bigger than Sandy and I ever anticipated. But that's not all. But already, I mean, you saw the 2-minute video, you saw what this little device does, and it amazes me that it can do everything that it says it can do, and it's spot on accurate. It isn't within a range, it is right on accurate. I've had people wear it to their doctor's office. In fact, one of my friends had a high blood sugar situation just 2 weeks ago. So while he was at the office, they ran everything they could run against the medical instruments, and the HELO was right on in every case. One of the features that I really like is the guardian function, where, I don't know about you, but I've got an elderly mom. She's 87. Here in a month, she's 87 years old, and she's had some issues, and now I can keep tabs on her. If her heart rate changes, I get a notification. If her blood pressure goes out of the normal range, I get a notification. If she falls down, all she has to do is pop that panic button, and I know exactly where she's at and that she needs help. Not to mention kids and grandkids. I mean, you saw the little video. How crucial or how important is it to you to know that your kids, if they need help and they're miles from you, or anywhere in the world for that matter, they can pop that button twice and you know they need you. To me, you can't put a price tag on that. And then we've got the germanium stones that increase blood circulation dramatically. And I just challenge you to Google germanium stones, and you'll be sold on those puppies in a heartbeat, because they're critical to yours and my health. Another one is Biozen. This is a small chip that has been scientifically and medically proven to reduce the harmful effects of electrosmog. And, you know, when we first started using smartphones and smart devices, there was concern about brain tumors and, you know, messing your body up. And you wonder, is that true? Is it hype? Is it real? Well, now it's proven. And when you're my age, you know, you think, well, you know, maybe it'll get me, maybe it won't. But then I considered my grandchildren. I've got 13 of those little rascals running around, and every single one of them have had smart devices around them even before birth. Think about it. How many of you mamas put laptops on your lap while you were pregnant, doing computer work? How many of you have had baby monitors in the cribs? How many of you use tablets and laptops and smartphones for babysitters? You see, we've been exposing our kids and grandkids to this electrosmog since they were newborns, even in the womb. And now we can protect them, because I firmly believe it would make a huge difference for their health being lifelong exposed to this versus an old guy like me. I think you're getting the point. By the way, we are coming out with a new cell phone that Andre and Chantel got to see featured over in Bangkok, Thailand a 3 weeks ago. That is hot, hot, hot. And it's got the BioZen incorporated inside of it. So it will be the only cell phone on the market with the electrosmog eliminated. So that's huge. Just this past January, the HELO was featured along with World Global Network as the tech company and product to watch in 2017. So when you do comparisons with other products out there, gang, there's really no comparison. And I'm sure some of these other products have included other features over the last few weeks or months, but none of them even come close to what the HELO already does, not to mention what it's about to do. And we're going to touch on that because I think this $2 billion by 2020 is way off track, and here's why. It's called the HELO App Store. Folks, when this goes live the last quarter of this year, there's going to be all sorts of applications for this device. And Fabio did a very smart move here recently when he opened up the API platform for any developer in the world to create an app that will apply to this technology. What he did is he saw what Steve Jobs did with Apple in 2008 when the iPhone came out. Steve was smart enough to realize that there's a lot more brains in the world than they are under his one Apple roof, so to speak. So he opened it up to where any developer in the world could create an app that would be applicable to an iPhone. When they started, there was a few hundred. Today, there's over 2.2 million apps that are downloadable and functional with an iPhone. Well, gang, think on this for a moment. We now have the hottest device, wearable device in the market, and this technology is just beginning. And as there's already over 300 apps that have been developed. One that I found out you guys are pretty excited about is the mosquito shield, because I understand that might be a little bit of a challenge over there in Africa. Then we have one that tells you your oxygen levels. We have one that tells you if you're dehydrated and need to drink more water. There's one that'll tell you if you're about to get the flu 2 days in advance of your first symptom. So you might do something to eliminate or reduce its effects. There's one for young families that will tell a young mom when she's ovulating so they can family plan better. There's one that's, in fact, I guess I can say it now. I had a recent confidential conversation with Chantel, and she was telling me that she wanted Andre to be sure to get that new lie detector app that they're coming out with. Just kidding. But they have it. I mean, it's insane what's going to take place. So that's just the beginning, folks. That's just the start. So here's what I want you to feature in your mind right now. How many of you have more than one screen full of apps on your cell phone? And how many of those were free as opposed to how many of those did you pay for? Think about it now. When the App Store goes live, you're going to be downloading apps. Your people that are wearing the HELOs are going to be downloading apps, some of which will be free, some of which you'll pay for, just like with the cell phone industry. And when that takes place, gang, you're going to start earning incomes on every download. Now, if you don't lose sleep over that, you don't get it. I promise you, you just don't get it. And here's one of the biggest ones out there, and that's the blood glucose app. to where diabetics will no longer have to prick their fingers to get an accurate reading on their blood sugar. When I introduced that to my mom, 87 years old, diabetic, tired of pricking her fingers multiple times a day, she said, "I want one." I said, "You got one coming." So, gang, that in itself, just consider this. Let's go back to 2 billion by 2020. This app alone, if we only got 1% of the North American market, the North American diabetic market, just 1%, not the rest of the world, that's a $2 billion shot in the arm for World Global. That, my friends, is nuts. And that's just one app. What's it going to be like when the mosquito shield comes out, or the blood alcohol one, which we have, we've got that one locked up for 20 years. So let's talk about the income opportunity. And you may have to get Andre or Chantel to correct me as we go along here, because I'm used to doing it with the USAs, and yours is just a slight difference. I'll try to remember to bring that out. And I'm not going to read the income disclosure notice again. I will sum it up for you. It's very simple. No worky, no checky. And this isn't a free lunch. You got to work for it, but it'll pay you when you do. Now, here's a perspective of what's in store for those exceptional people that really want to rock this thing. The number 5 person in the entire world is the couple I referenced earlier that have been involved and took the vision of the HELO to the world starting a little over a year ago. Their 12th month in business. Remember, their first 2 months, they made over 400,000. Their 12th month alone was 1.2 million. When I met these people back in early February, Nat and Shanita were number 12, and their son-in-law and daughter, Chad and Natita, were number 14. Well, now they're number 5 and number 8, respectively. And I know it says 9, but Chad and Natita jumped up to 850 a month this past month since this publication came out. The guy that I'm working with very closely, in daily contact with, is Jeremy Roma. He's number 132. 7 months ago, last October to be precise, he was a construction worker and an Uber driver, driving Uber to keep his kids in private school. He got wind of this via Chad and Natita, and got started October 5th, made 40,000 his first month. And by January, his monthly income hit 100,000. And in March, I believe it went to 141, putting him at number 132 in the world. You know what will excite me, Heinz? That's when I see your name there. That's what's going to excite me. And of course, the Krugers and all the rest of y'all over there, because we now are in a position to name our own incomes. So let's talk about the income real quick. It's very simple, yet lucrative. The first way we make money here is on the sale of a product. When you sell a product to whomever, you earn 10% of that sale. Then we have the team sales, or the binary commissions, where you can earn up to 20% of your pay leg. We also have check match through 10 generations, and you'll see that in detail in a moment. We also have a 1% loyalty box income that after 12 months of being a loyalty member, and you'll get that detail in a moment also, you earn a 1% year-end bonus. That could be a few hundred, that could be 6 figures, depending upon your business. Then they have the car bonus, which once you hit the diamond level of 10,000 points on your pay leg 4 weeks in a row, you get the car bonus. And it's not that tough. I mean, Sandy and I did that our first month. Then there's VIP lifestyle trips around the world. And the last 2 are temporary and change frequently. In fact, number 6 just changed. And Sandy and I, we were shooting for a Lamborghini. And it wasn't a car that they loaned you. It was a car they literally handed you the title to. And it was yours. But they discontinued that, and they told me when they discontinued it that they started something better. And I thought, give me a break. What could be better than a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, or a Rolls Royce? I mean, the base Rolls Royce is $250,000. I'm going, man, give me that. But they did up the ante, and they just announced it here just a week or two ago to where anybody that hits President Millionaire, and that's significant, but so is the reward. You get the unlimited. I've never heard a company do this. In 36 years, I've never heard a company do this. But you get the unlimited use of a private jet for 1 year. 1 year. You get to fly it. Well, you don't get to fly it unless you're a pilot. But you get that use for a year. You can take people, you can take prospects, you can go to exotic places. You also get really reduced rates on multi-million-dollar homes around the world for, I mean, pennies on the dollar, where you can stay for a week or however long. So that's exciting, and we're shooting for that one, as I know you are too. And then there's also stock incentives. So let's talk about what it takes to make this thing work, just from a real basic perspective. The first thing is to pick which product pack you want to start with. I will tell you, if I remember properly, in Africa, if you purchase a family pack, and Kruger's, give me a thumbs up if this is the case, you are automatically in the 20th percentile in the binary. Okay, good. Here in the States, you've got to sell two, but you guys, all you got to do is buy one. Now, so pick a pack. I will tell you, the family pack is the most popular. I highly recommend it, especially if you want to grow fast. And I'll demonstrate that here in a moment. But we chose that pack for a couple of reasons. First of all, we wanted more than 2 HELOs, and we didn't want to pay retail. Because when you do the family pack, you get 5 devices for the price of 4, okay? So that reduces the price to $2.25 a piece. And of course, we wanted one for each of our wrists. Then we wanted one for my mom. And then we each wanted one for show and tell. And we haven't been able to keep them. People want to see them. So that's one reason. The second reason is after all these years in the industry, I've learned one thing. People will duplicate whatever you do. And I wanted to duplicate 500 points per sale versus 100. And that has made a huge difference in our income. Our first week, as an example, we did diamond volume, and we made over $5,800 our first week. Had we have done the box set at 100 points per sale, we'd have made a few hundred. But because we had 500 points per sale, we made over 5,800. Right there's the difference. So number one, pick a pack. Number two is to become a team builder, and that's to help your two get to. And now this applies in the States. That's when we hit the 20%. But up until that, regardless of whether you're in Africa or here, if you're selling box sets, you remain at 10%. And again, Kruger's, correct me if I'm wrong at the close of this, but you would remain at 10% until you as a builder own a family pack. Then you become a team developer, and that's when your two get to, and I think that is uniform throughout the world, and that opens up a whole bunch of doors for you. From career path recognition to check match of up to 10% for 10 generations, to participating in the millionaire pool, the car bonus, and all the other incentives that this company has put together. So I want to give you an example. This is purely an example. This is not an income claim. I just want to demonstrate to you the difference in how these products work when you duplicate. And we're going to talk about the power of two, when two go get two, who get two, etc. And we're going to talk about it in terms of weeks 1 through 12. That could be months 1 through 12. Honestly, it could be year 1 through 12. Why you'd want to take a snail's pace, I don't know, but you pick the time frame. That's the beauty of it. So if everybody in that scenario right there simply went out and duplicated according to that, and everybody did a box set alone, nothing more, then that would net you over $120,000. Now, watch this. This is where it gets crazy, and this is why most people purchase the family pack. If everybody in that picture did the family pack, you would almost quadruple your income. Same amount of work, folks. Same amount of people, but $409,000 versus $122. I think I'll do the family. Now you can really even do greater than that. You could all do the premium, and you'd earn $655,000. But the coolest thing this CEO has done is he created the monthly residual with the loyalty membership. That's a $59 a month membership that does a whole bunch of stuff for you that I'll explain here in a second. But if everybody in that picture, whether it be weekly, monthly, or annually, did the $59 a month loyalty membership, that's over $24,000 in pure residual income per month. That's awesome. So let's talk about that loyalty membership. It is optional. You don't have to do it. I highly recommend it. And I'm going to lay out why, and I'm going to put it all out here for you to see, because this $159 a month does a whole bunch of stuff. I want you to focus on number 5 first. Number 5, to me, makes it a no-brainer, because for every $59 a month you spend, this company gives you 75 back office dollars to use for the purchase of future product, be it a new advanced HELO down the road, because you know technology is going to change, or the new Infolio that's coming out in July. No matter what, you end up with several $100s every year, because for every 59, you get 75. That's good enough right there for me. But let's back up to number 1. You in Africa are on the red plan, so when you are on the loyalty membership, that allows your excess points to roll forward. What do I mean? Let's just use my first week. Our first week, we did 10,000 on one side and 12,000 something on the other side. In a typical binary, the difference just goes away. Here, that extra 2,000 and something, our first week, rolled forward into the next week's business for us to use for the next pay period. And folks, that allowed us to hit the diamond status 4 weeks in a row and win the car bonus just because of the rollover points. So that's incredibly strong. It also gives you the HELO app Pro for 5 devices, which means you simply have more guardians for, like my mom, instead of just me, I can have 2 other guardians watching over her also. It gives you cloud storage. It gives you a protection plan above and beyond the 1-year manufacturer's warranty. It also gives you the 1% money box. That's the 1% year-end bonus. So for a total value of over $1,400 and whatever the 1% income would be for you, you've only spent $708, and you get to turn that around and get new product. It's nuts what that does. And it also puts 30 points into the binary on every payment, which helps your 20% check be bigger. And in every personal that you have sponsored, on every payment they make, that you earn a $6 commission. It's crazy what that does. So here's a perspective of the check match and the different ranks from silver all the way up to grand president millionaire, from 1 generation deep to 10 generations deep. Sandy and I are right there in the middle right now at grand diamond, headed for president. And we want you guys diamond and above ASAP. Diamond is where the income starts getting sweet. We're talking a few thousand every week. And then it goes to 10, and then it goes to even bigger. And I'd love to see you guys popping 6-figure a month checks. That would excite me more than anything, because I love helping people make money. So here's the key to this whole thing. Obviously, the Heinz and Alita, they're looking for people that want to run with them. And right now, they're offering you some of their top spots. They've got 2. And then right after that, they fall one under another. As an example, Sandy and I have sponsored about 82 or 3 couples. We got a couple more coming in today, but they are straight down 2 legs, about 40 or so on each side. So the point is, the sooner you lock a spot, the sooner they have the ability to start placing people in underneath you, which counts for you. All of those points would count for you. And that may not seem significant. You know, well, so what if I miss the next 3? Well, what if one of those next 3 is another Andre and Chantel? What if it's another Jeremy Roma or a Chad Chong? You know, what if? I don't want to miss anybody is the point. Because if you wait, those 3 are going to end up above you. And instead of you counting their points, they are now counting yours. So here's the best thing about this whole presentation. Number 1, we've got the timing. We've got the hottest product in the industry. But number 3 is what's cool. We got the comfort zone sharing. This is so simple to talk about. Simply because it's where the market's going. People want these devices. So all you got to do is, number 1, get enrolled. The minute you buy a product, you are in the comp plan. The second thing is to start sharing what you have found. And we do that in a real simple format. All you got to do is call your friend up. And here's exactly what I say. I would say, hey, Andre, this is Ken. Listen, I've ran across something with some extreme timing to it. It's all about wearable technology. Are you open to take a look? Well, yeah, tell me about it. Ain't got time, but I'm going to send you a link. There's a 2-minute video on it. Watch it and call me. And guess what they do? They watch it and they call me. And it's crazy. So use that HELO.life link. You don't have to explain it. You simply use the 2-minute video. And if they're the people you're looking for, they're going to be calling you. And then all you do is follow up and get them on one of these presentations. So with that, I'm going to kick it back to you. Hang on, let me get rid of screen share. And I'm going to kick it back to our hosts.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you so much, Ken. That was awesome, as always. So I just want to say something just on, here it is. So it's for real, the HELO. And it is amazing. It works really awesome. So just our own personal experience. Andre will share with you just now what the EKG functionality has meant to us, because he has actually landed up in the emergency rooms with his heart. And if he had this before, that could have been prevented. So this is the big thing behind Fabio Goldi's vision, with why he created this life sensing technology, is to be able to predict and prevent diabetes, heart problems, circulation problems, blood pressure problems, all of that. None of it comes overnight. None of it just, it surprises us, but it's actually been a problem coming over time. And we've got a lady, we actually met her on a flight between Bangkok and Dubai. We met them on the plane, Afrikaans people. You know, when you're in another country and you meet Afrikaans people, you're instantly friends. So we got chatting on the plane and we told them about this HELO, and she has diabetes. And she was just, if I don't have to prick my finger every day, it will change my life. And she said that she actually, her feet started hurting 5 years ago. She started having pains under her feet when she walked around, and she went to the doctor, and it was nerve damage because of diabetes that had actually come over 5 years already. So the damage is done. She now lives with those damaged nerves. And with something like this, that could have been prevented. For me, my grandfather died with diabetes after 2 terrible strokes. So I've seen that journey with so many people. And we actually have a teacher that is with us in this network, and she joined immediately because she's got kids in her class that have diabetes, and those moms phone 2 or 3 times a day to check up. What is the sugar doing? Have they eaten? How is he feeling? Whatever the case. So just for a mother to be able to monitor their child's sugar is going to be phenomenal. That is breakthrough. So the fact that we have our hands on something like this, for me, is amazing. Never mind the amount of money, in the whole system. The business system works. There's no doubt about that. The business system works. But this is plain and simply a product that we want to get into the market. We want to have as many HELOs on arms because it is health monitoring and health awareness on a whole new level. A car comes out with a dashboard, right? You buy a car and you have a dashboard so that you have the readings, so that you can see when and what it needs, when the engine light goes on, when it needs petrol, oil, or water. If you didn't have that dashboard, you would find out something was wrong or you needed something when it breaks. And that's what we do with our bodies. We go through life not knowing. I mean, I don't go randomly to check my sugar and prick my finger. We don't do that. But yet it's a real risk and it's a real epidemic around us. We know so many people. And the same with blood pressure. I mean, when we go for our health assessment, everything's fine. We're healthy. Andre's blood pressure is great. But we've seen now with the HELO, during the week at work, the blood pressure shoots up. So, you know, now you can be aware of it and do something about it and actually monitor it. His grandmother lives by herself. And the biggest concern they have is actually if something had to happen. They have an app that if you had to fall and you don't move in 4 seconds, the notification goes out that you need help. We have a friend whose grandmother fell 3 weeks ago, broke her hip, and had to crawl across 2 rooms to get to her phone to be able to phone someone. These things are real. Yeah. So this is not, the presentation that we just showed isn't about trying to make a lot of money. No, it is about something that is real, that is changing people's lives, that is helping a lot of people. And like Ken said, Aletta and them saw the vision, they saw the opportunity for what it is, for helping a lot of people, and they invited you exclusively to come and see it. And we want to know, you know, after this you can get back to them if you see this as something that you want to be a part of, because it's a movement. It's not a, you know, I don't know, a quick something. It is a movement of actually just reaching out to people, wearing and sharing. That's what we do. We don't have enough time in the day. Andre stands in the pharmacy and all the pharmacists are at the counter and they want to see how this thing measures his blood pressure and does a live EKG. It's phenomenal. So yeah, we're excited about it on so many different levels. I mean, we have a friend, Aletta, we have a together friend, no, I'm not getting the word, a mutual, thank you, reading lips. We have a mutual friend who is a jogger and she got attacked while jogging. Now, it takes you longer to find your phone, but if you can, in that moment, press your HELO and then, I mean, she fought them off, but still, it's traumatizing. And if she had this, she could notify 5 different people instantly because we've tested it. You press this button twice, it's not even 2 seconds, and those messages come through. So it is phenomenal. Anyway, so my husband's going to my husband's going to share about his EKG thing, and yeah,
okay,
we'll close it off.
No, I will do. I would like to just snap everyone's perspective in line so that you can understand what we have in our hands here. This is technology that was launched in America in March. And it's, if something amazing or technology gets launched there, we see it 6 months or 12 months down the line. People, we have the HELO Alex in our hands. It works. It does what it needs to do. Don't let anyone tell you, the product, or, you know, does it this, or does it that. They've sold more than 500,000 units. And I tell you now, if out of that in the world, we should have known that the HELO is a hoax or the product doesn't work. And the company is growing. We have this opportunity where a new network in SA has just launched and everyone can get involved. And we are excited to see this product, because hands down this product's doing what it needs to do. And this company with leaders like Antonio De Rosa, concept designer of the iPhone, Fabio Goldi, CEO and president. He's taking us to new levels every single year. And new technology, it keeps changing, it keeps improving. There's going to be new devices. The Infolio cell phone, oh my word, that thing is crazy. You can just imagine 2 minds like that putting a cell phone together. We know where the iPhone is today, concept designer. Thank you very much. And he is our chief designer. So you can just imagine what that phone is capable of. It's going to hit our stores within a few weeks. And I'll tell you what, perspective on the loyalty program. Do not want to not take that program. You need to clearly understand the only reason why people don't take the loyalty program is because they don't understand. store credits, $59 that you pay.
75. Yeah,
$59 that you pay per month. Already 75 store credits in your back office. $15 return on your investment already. Then those credits build up in a year. You can get the brand new upgraded phone and a new HELO device off those credits every single year. No more 2-year cell phone contracts, a new phone every year. I want that. Thank you very much. And then also they give you all the commissions that you earn in 1 year, you get 1% back. I mean, by the time you've earned everything everything you get out of that package, you didn't even feel it, but the benefits is absolutely amazing. And once you get people to understand that, they will know, listen, okay, I get you, it's important. And then you will have loyal people on your, all your leaders and your team being loyal and taking the loyalty package. And yeah, we are super excited to see this company and this product change people's lives in South Africa. And it's fresh, it's in our hands, and the time is now. We're looking at getting involved in successful businesses. You're looking at leadership. Antonio De Rosa, Fabio Goldi, no-brainer. You're looking at timing. You're looking at product. HELO, Alex, thank you very much. And exclusivity. We have
patent rights.
Filed the patent for the blood sugar measurement, and we have 20 years exclusivity on the blood alcohol measurements. I tell you people, if you don't get involved now, you're going to be one of those that look back a year from now thinking, yes, what would have happened if I joined in? So I urge you guys, let Aletta and Heinz know, get involved, let's get this thing going, and let's be changed. We are world changers, baby. All right,
Hey,
so
I want to hear from Heinz and Aletta.
Unmute. There we go.
there we go. You're on,
Are we
baby.
unmuted? Are we unmuted? Okay. The Winckler World Changers, yes.
Oh yeah, WWC.
How do you do
Well,
that?
we are excited, and we are even more excited just by hearing you again. And I mean, we have this platform where we can listen and join in every week. Almost, I think it's twice a week where we have calls where if you are not certain, because we are also new to this, but we saw the opportunity. And I said to Heinz earlier, I don't want to be one of those people looking back after a year and say, why did we just freaking do it? So we're doing it. We're all in, baby. No turning back now.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks, Ken, for your time and putting in the effort. I'm sure you've done many of these, and you still do it with so much passion and fervor, which just shows me that you are really excited, you are really passionate, and you really believe in this, and it's great to see. Chantal, Andre, thank you so much for getting us involved in the early stages. We really appreciate that. And yes, I mean, what better thing that you can get involved with, and it's something that's actually going to help people. And yes, if you can make money in the process, that's awesome. So it's a great win-win, and I think it's awesome. We've been involved in a couple of network marketing businesses, and we've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. And it's great to see something that has been so well thought out and planned, and the structure is so great. And
the product is just
the product sells itself. It's like, what? It's nothing like this.
Look how beautiful that is.
yeah, we're waiting for ours.
It looks better on your wife.
Yes. That does you right. I'll take that.
Awesome. So yeah, thank you, and everyone who got on tonight to listen. Thank you so much for doing that, taking the time. I know most of you are probably lying in bed in your pajamas, but I'm so glad that you stuck it through and listened, and we're looking forward to chatting to you about the product and getting involved.
Awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for the listeners to join. Thanks, Ken.
Are we doing this again Thursday?
We are absolutely doing this again Thursday, same time.
Yes.
8 o'clock.
So just to all the guests, this was an exclusive call for Aletta and Heinz and all their friends that they invited exclusively. But we do have team calls, we do have presentations all the time, training, everything. This is such an amazing business system to get plugged into. You can do it part-time, full-time, anytime, and that is what makes it awesome.
Yeah.
So Have a good evening.
Yeah, thank you. Goodbye, everyone.
Okay,
Bye.
Good Thursday evening.
Bye.
Bye,
Ken.
Ken. Bye.
Ken.